score 40-36. While Judge Barbara Perez has it 39-37. All for the winner by unanimous decision, the crown jewel.
You know it's AB, always balling, always bored, a lot of bills. You know what's going on, man. You know, shout out to Crown Jewels Boxing, man. You know, my people. You know, they get it in over there, straight up.
Lamar Peterson giving a shout out to CrownJewelBoxing.com.
What's good, YouTube? Crown Jewel from Crown Jewel Boxing back with a gem. I've been getting a lot of heat this morning, rightfully so. A lot of comments on the page. And I readily admit it, I was 100% wrong. Terence Crawford was just the better fighter last night. He is the current #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world without question. It wasn't even a good fight. It wasn't a good fight. Terence was sharper, quicker, better defensively, appeared to be stronger. He was just better in every way than Errol Spence last night. And I, for one, will go ahead and say right away, I don't care what weight it is. I don't want to see a rematch. Errol Spence should seriously consider retiring. He had absolutely no legs last night, and he looked like a shot fighter. Was that because Terence Crawford is that good, or is he that far gone? And I don't want to take anything away from Terence Crawford. He probably would have, the way it looked last night, he looked like he was just a better fighter, period. But, you know, I can't help but wonder what the fight would have looked like prior to the accident. I think as I, you know, evaluate myself, I think I got caught up in wanting the story, the comeback story of Errol Spence to come back from the accident and the retina and, you know, to be triumphant. And I just wasn't being logical. I'll admit it. I wasn't being logical. When you look at the two fighters, just take everything away and just look at him. Like I said, I rock with Errol heavy. It's no doubt about it. He reminds me of my favorite fighter of all time, Marvin Hagler. And I wanted to see him do well. But when you take everything else away, all personal things away, and you just look at him, it's no doubt about it. Terence Crawford has just more tools in his toolbox. He's just more naturally gifted fighter. And last night, you know, he proved that he has more dog too. So, you know, Errol, nothing to hang your head about. You know, you won 3 welterweight titles. You've been a reigning defending champion for a long time. You kept your word. You went out and fought the biggest, baddest man in the boxing game, and you came up short. And there's no shame in that. Like I said, his face started to fall apart last night. Again, you can't help but wonder if all those surgeries, you know, you just reach a point where you say, you know what I mean, this young man has had enough, and I don't want to see his body go through any more trauma. So congratulations on a great career. I know you said, you know, I saw your Instagram today. You congratulated Terence and said you hope you can do it again by the end of the year. I hope there's somebody close enough to him that actually cares about him to tell him, that ain't the move, man. That ain't the move. You know, you had a great career, champ. It's time to move on. I did see the post-fight presser with Derek James, his trainer, you know, said not only his timing but his legs was off, and I agree with that. Like, when you saw him, anytime he got hit, he had 0 legs. If anybody, you know, those that know me, that we've been talking about this fight for some years now. Like my boy on BBE TV podcast, Billy Young. He's always been a Terence Crawford guy. I give him his props. You know what I mean? You was right. But back then, when Errol's first comeback fight against Danny Garcia, I said then I didn't want to see the Terence Crawford-Errol Spence fight because I felt like Errol was a shadow of himself. And I said, you know, he couldn't get out the way. His legs were shot. And I said that after the Danny Garcia fight. Some time moved past. He looked a little better against Ugas, and he was just so physically imposing against Ugas. I thought that would be enough to overcome his lack of athleticism and the bounce that he had lost in his legs. Again, I was totally underestimating just how good Terence Bud Crawford was. And even 100% Errol Spence would have been in tough against Terence Crawford. So there's no way that this version of Errol Spence even had a chance. And again, Terence Bud Crawford, hats off to you. Congratulations. You are the pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the world. You did exactly what your fans said you would do. And here I am on a Sunday morning eating crow. I was wrong. You know what I mean? Congratulations, champ. On the undercard, I was extremely underwhelmed by Aesop Pitbull Cruz. I can't remember how to pronounce the guy he fought's name, but I thought the guy he fought should have won a slim decision. I thought he outworked Pitbull. Pitbull landed the bigger show your shots late in the fight, but I think he just gave away too many rounds early. But I felt like the opponent beat him, but I thought it was close enough to where they wouldn't give it to him because of all the money that stands to be made by Pitbull by fighting Gervonta Davis or other top guys in the division. He would have had to completely outclass Pitbull in order to get the decision, and I don't think he did that. I think he won slightly. If he won going away, he probably would have got it, but still very disappointed in Pitbull Cruz last night. His stock actually went down, and they're going to have a really hard time, really tough time selling the Gervonta Tank Davis Isaac Pitbull Cruz fight after what I saw last night. Not going to drag this on too long. Again, congratulations, Terence Bud Crawford, #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. All the Crawford's fans, all the people I've been going back and forth with online. You were right. He's the better man. I don't want to see a rematch. It wasn't a competitive fight. Until next time, keep your hands up, your chin down, your ass off the floor. Peace.